Once in northern Oklahoma, on a Native American's farm, oil was discovered. This person, he suddenly became a billionaire. He purchased a Cadillac. He would now drive through his native village in the Cadillac. He had lots of friends and social connections. So while driving, he would always talk to them. As the car moved, he would turn to the left and also turn to the right. Sometimes he would turn all the way over to speak to somebody behind. Despite all his histrionics, the car never suffered an accident. Do you know why? Because there were horses pulling it. He never switched on the ignition. He was not so intelligent. It had a 98 horsepower engine inside that Cadillac, but he was using 2 horses to pull his car. Similarly, we all have infinite potential, but we have crippled it. So what are the things that cripple it? Firstly is our false beliefs. If you have created a false belief, now is the time to shed it. Or remove this belief that you are a bag of chemicals. Second, get out of your comfort zone in terms of your emotions and also your beliefs. This falling into the rut is a big spiritual problem. The power of the rut, the northern Canadians know. It is said in North Canada there are only 2 seasons. The first is winter, which is for 11 months a year, and the second season is July. The only part of the year which is not winter. For a little while the snow thaws and the ground becomes slushy. A car happens to go by. It creates trenches with its wheels. But very soon the water freezes up again to create this deep rut. Those ruts continue for long. That is why I've heard that in the countryside, cities put up boards. Be careful which rut you choose. You are going to be in it for the next 20 miles. We have all chosen our ruts. This is comfortable thinking for me. If Swamiji tells me I've got infinite potential, reject it. Stay in the rut. But if you wish to grow, you have to move out of your zone of comfort which you have gotten habituated to over the last few decades and choose to believe that as a child of God I have got infinite potential. And then the next thing is to commit yourself to growth and excellence. The commitment. You see, there are different attitudes. One is the chalta hai attitude. The chalta hai kind of people, everything chalta. And there are those who say if anything is worth doing at all, it is worth doing well. Particularly your spiritual journey. And that requires a commitment to ourselves. Not to Swamiji or anybody else, but to our own selves. To strive for excellence to the best of our ability. Those who attained God realizations were the ones who had this temperament and internal attitude. Take a look at Dhruv. He was only a 4-year-old. When he was departing to the forest as a 4-year-old, Narad met him and said, "What do you want to do?" He said, "I wish to meet God." Narad said, "Forget it. I'll offer you some gold and jewels. Why don't you take that?" No compromise. So Narad tried again. He said, there is so many wild animals out there, they can get at you. Dhruv said, God will grace me because I am on the right path. Narad said, big yogis have strived for God and not attained Him in one lifetime. You are a 4-year-old, you wish to attain Him? Dhruv responded very brilliantly. He said, those yogis did not have a guru like yourself. I do. I am confident I will. Narad tested his disciple and then blessed him. He taught him the sadhana, go and do it. And in the space of 4 months, Dhruv achieved God realization through the attitude, the mindset of commitment to excellence. That is what I want you all to have to rise to your infinite potential.